Hi folks. You know, all over the web we get a lot of people that are asking, well, how do you make MMS? How do you make Miracle Mineral Solution? And of course, all over the forums and everywhere, well, you take the sodium chloride solution to 28%, and you add 1 drop in a cup to 5 drops of the citric acid 10% solution, and that's how you make MMS. But we really don't think that that's what people are really asking. I think that they're asking, well, how can I make this at home? How do you make the sodium chloride solution? You know, the whole idea, like with Jim Humboldt, was to provide a product that people can make at home themselves. So we're going to show you today how to do just that. Okay? And you're going to be able to do it right at home in your own kitchen. And for the purpose of this, what we've done is we've gone out to a thrift store, for example. We purchased this coffee pot. It's a coffee maker, 12 cup. We bought it for $4. Okay, this is $4. We brought it back, we sanitized it, we ran vinegar through it to clean it all up. But like I said, we only paid $4 for it. This is sodium chloride. We sell 1 pound, 16 ounces. Okay, and as it's kind of commonly known that 1.6 ounces per 4-ounce bottle of MMS creates a 28% solution. So what we have here is we have a pound of sodium chloride. We have our coffee maker that we're going to brew the solution with. This is just the simplest thing. You're just going to love this. We have 10 amber bottles. They're plastic. They're squeeze bottles, like you're commonly aware of, so you can squeeze out the drops. And then we have 10 caps. These are the special dropper caps. As you can see right here, these particular caps have a pressure-sensitive liner inside to seal them for safety. And then also, too, these are the dropper dispenser caps. So once you make your solution, you'll put the cap on and puncture this seal with like a paper clip. So then you can use the product like you're normally aware of. But this is so that you can produce this yourself. And do use distilled water. And we're not selling Bash's water, but it's distilled water. Please don't use tap water. So to begin with, though, we need to bring this to your attention, and I'm going to bring this out of here. I want you to see this. See, a lot of people aren't aware that the cups in a coffee maker are not equal to 8 ounces or an 8-ounce cup of water. Okay, so these 10 bottles that we have right here will produce 5 cups or 5 8-ounce cups of solution. Okay, but a coffee maker, as you can see by our line, alright, so we have 5 cups of water, 8-ounce cups of water, yet it's over 8 cups in the coffee maker. So we put a little line there. Alright, so now how we're going to produce the sodium chloride solution is that we're going to open up our coffee maker, and it has a standard basket, and we're going to take the sodium chloride flakes, and the flakes work perfect for this. Okay, and we just pour the flakes right into the basket without a filter. There's no filter needed, and the 1 pound of sodium chloride fits perfectly in the basket. We just smooth it out. So now, after we've done that, we'll take our water, or distilled water, pre-measured. We're going to pour it in, just like normal, like making a cup of coffee, like I'm making a pot of coffee. Close the top back, put our carafe back in, and we'll turn the coffee maker on. Now, what's so wonderful about this is that the coffee maker heats the water to the correct temperature. Okay? It's hot, but it doesn't boil, which is perfect. And it's the same temperature every time. So as you can see, and I'll zoom the camera in, we're starting to produce the sodium chloride solution. Now I'm going to move the camera so you're going to see a little bud, you know. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to zoom in. And I'm going to come a little closer. Now we're going to let this brew, and then we're going to get back to you. Because when the solution level, as it brews, comes about halfway to where our mark is, we're going to show you what the next step is. Let's zoom out. Oops, wrong way. Let's zoom out here. And you can see that we're getting there. We're about halfway or so. So I'm going to open the lid on the coffee maker, and we're going to stir the sodium chloride crystals around a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to reclose the lid and let it continue brewing. Alright, so now our solution, or our brew, has come to an end. Okay, so now what you want to do is next is take the carafe off of the coffee maker, open the lid, and using a plastic spoon, not metal, you don't want metal, and stir it. You want to stir the solution because there's some flake in there, there's some sodium chloride that has not dissolved yet. And also what you're going to notice inside the basket, there's going to be some sodium chloride that has not dissolved. You see that in there? So to get the rest of it, we're just going to scrape it out, and we're going to put that into the carafe. Alright. And then we're going to stir again. You get a little whirlpool going in there. Okay, and just put it back onto the coffee maker, onto the warming plate, and we'll let that sit for about 3 more minutes. It shouldn't take anything more than about 3 more minutes for the rest of the sodium chloride to dissolve. Okay folks, so now after about 3 minutes, it won't really take much longer than that, you can see that the sodium chloride is clear. It is the green color that's familiar, but now we have a solution of sodium chloride, 28%, ready to be, ready to be used. However, because it's hot, we need to take this carafe and we'll put it up inside a cabinet, like in your kitchen, the kitchen cabinet that you've cleared away for it. Set your carafe up in there, close the door so that the light doesn't affect it, and let it sit for 4 to 6 hours. That way it can cool off. Now, what you're going to do after that, after it cools off, is that you're going to take this solution and you're going to pour it into the bottles. Okay? And then each bottle will have your MMS, or your sodium chloride solution, 28%. Now, what's really important about this is that your total cost in this bottle, with the cap, probably should be about $3 or less, about $3. Okay, so you've made a year's supply of MMS for about $3, and you did it in your own kitchen. Now, these 10 bottles, if you were to purchase these online, like most people do, or from a friend or whoever, these 10 bottles will probably be you'll pay about anywhere from $160 to $200, including shipping. So the difference is that you'll have $30 in 10 bottles versus the $200. So you can see that the cost saving is really significant, and there's really no need to buy the MMS online bottled, pre-mixed, when you can do it this simply at home in your own kitchen. It just doesn't make any sense. Plus, you know exactly what you're getting. You know that the mix is exactly correct. There's no guessing. You could be buying from someone and they're saying it's 28%, but well, maybe it's not. I mean, how would you know? But performing, brewing it up yourself, you know exactly what it is. You know exactly what you're getting. Take you like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You can make 10 bottles or $200 worth of MMS for about $30. $30, $35 tops.